A video has gone viral after it captured a baby crawling alone in the middle of a busy street in Utica, New York. When the mother returned to the scene, viewers were sickened to learn the mother's horrible excuse for what had happened, and it will undoubtedly leave you disgusted. It all began when several concerned citizens spotted the 9-month-old baby in the middle of the street. As anyone would do, they immediately jumped out of their vehicles and scooped him up, taking him to safety. In the video, it's clear that the infant was scared and exhausted as a result of the incident, and at first, his parents were nowhere in sight. However, that would quickly change when the mother returned to the scene with quite the horrifying excuse. Towards the end of the video, the mother, who was later identified as 27-year-old Ledrika Ford, can be heard saying, "That's my baby. That's my baby." However, it wasn't until hours after the video was recorded that police were able to locate Ford and talk to her about what had happened. They weren't prepared for her horrible excuse. According to Blue Lives Matter, Ford claimed that her aunt had placed the infant in a car seat, but that she did not secure him into the seat's restraints. She explained that the doors of her vehicle aren't reliable and often don't close properly. She concluded that her child must have tumbled out of the vehicle and onto the road when she turned a corner. "I grabbed the two bigger ones and she grabbed the two small ones. We put them all in the car," Ledrika Ford told WKTV. "I'm in the front seat, putting on my seatbelt. I look in the back, everybody's in the car and the door looks like it's shut. I pull off. I'm not thinking that my door is going to fly open and my son is going to fly out." At some point, Ford apparently noticed she was missing her baby. She turned her vehicle around and began to trace her steps when she finally spotted him with some strangers, as seen in the clip that was recorded by onlookers who had stumbled upon the child in the road. "I jumped out of the car and all I see was my baby," she said. "I said, 'That's my baby,' and I grabbed my baby and I just panicked. All my kids are in the car, they're crying." The video has led to the baby and the other children being placed in foster care. The baby was examined by medical personnel who confirmed that he had a contusion on his head, but no other significant injuries. Ford has been charged with misdemeanor child endangerment and is facing up to a year in jail if she is convicted of the misdemeanor offense. Raising children is hard, and anyone who has done it or is currently doing it understands that. However, it is a parent's job to protect their children and keep them safe, and knowing that a child should be properly restrained in a moving vehicle is the most basic of knowledge that a parent should possess. Even if someone else is strapping them in, any parent with common sense knows to double-check that it was done right. This is something Ledrika Ford clearly did not do. The blame isn't only on the relative who didn't buckle the baby into the seat correctly, or even on the faulty car doors, it's on the negligent mother. She should have checked the car seat, or even noticed the back door flying open. Heck, one would think she would have even seen her baby start to roll out, but she didn't. No one else may ever know exactly what happened, but this mother does, and it's evident she needs help learning how to properly care for her children. Something horrible could have happened to her child as well as an innocent passerby. Could you imagine if the child wasn't seen and ended up being run over? That would traumatize an innocent driver for sure, not to mention how it could have horribly harmed this baby. Sadly, Ledrika Ford is not taking the blame for any of it. That's a serious problem.